All right, we are going to do this video of 3 dimension. We're going to solve this problem, okay? So the question that is given to us here, we can see that there is a vertical flagpole, which is TP. So this is a field, okay? So what is important when you're doing a 3 dimension, you have to understand very well whatever it's given to you. All right, this is the information that is given to us. We see this is a field. So a field is in a rectangle form, okay? Meaning that both sides are parallel, okay? So if we see that the sides are parallel, meaning that here QR will be also 15 meter, and this side will be 30 meter. So that is a field, okay? So now you have to ask this question now. Okay, TP is in which triangle? Is in which triangle? Is in a triangle TQP. Can you see that? And now we have the angle 34, which is the angle formed by adjacent side, which is a TQ, and the hypotenuse side, which is a PQ. Now, if we have this, all right, then let me do it here. This is 34 degree, and then here we have a 30 meter. Here we have a P, and then we have a T, we have a Q. So this side is hypotenuse, and this side is opposite to the angle. Can you see? So when you have an opposite and adjacent, opposite and adjacent, you are going to use a tangent. So question A, we are going to say tangent of an angle 34 degrees equal to opposite. Our opposite is represented by TP, and our adjacent is 30 meter, sorry. So when you cross multiply, meaning that 30 TP will be equal to 30 multiplied by tangent of a 34 degree. So TP equal to 20 meter. Is 2 meter comma something, let's say 20 meter. So the flagpole is 30 meter, okay? So 30 meter from the ground. Now next question, it says we have to calculate the angle of elevation, okay? You see, they look at the corner of the field, from the corner of the field to the top of the flag, okay? So what is the angle of elevation, okay? So when we have a line like this, so we say from this line we raise, okay? Let me do this. All right, for example, this is let me do this. Let me show you what we call the angle of elevation. For example, this is a line, okay? So what is the angle of elevation? This is the ground, so you raise like this. You can see, if we say the angle of a 34 or 36 or 37, so we have a line here. So the angle of elevation, if we touch here, we see is 37. So this angle is 37 degrees. So from the ground we go up there. So now that is the same question they are asking us here. So the angle of elevation, in this case we can call it a theta. All right. So now we are going to look at the given side, okay? We know that the opposite side is 20, okay? 20 meter. And the adjacent is 15 meter. So the angle of elevation, since we have an opposite which is given, TP, it's opposite to the angle theta. TS is adjacent, so theta will be equal to tangent theta will be opposite, which is 20 divided by 15. So what will be next here? Theta will be equal to arc of a tangent of a 20 divided by 15. So take your calculator, you shift your calculator, you press a tangent, 20 divided by 15. So the answer will be 53 degrees. So the angle of elevation is 53 degrees. So you solve this question here. We just use a tangent trig ratios. Okay. Now the next question we'll see will be using maybe sine rules. Okay. All right. This is another question. Okay. Let's do this question now. We see the triangle of a 3-dimension here. In this triangle we have the triangle of 3 dimensions, but it's composed by the triangle of a 2-dimension. For example, we have a triangle RST, which is a triangle of a 2-dimension, which we can use a cosine rule and the sine rule because there is no right angle here. Now we have a triangle which is a RSQ or QRS. This sign means a right angle, so this is a right angle triangle. And then we have what is given here, the angle X in a right angle triangle. And we have this side 2 meters, which represent hypotenuse. So now the question is, this R point is represented by pillar, and the T is represented by tabani. So they say, what is a distance between tabani and the pillar? We have to prove that this man and this one man, they stand in a distance of 1 meter apart. 1 meter apart. Okay. So now, how to prove that they are in a 1 meter? So remember here we have to use a cosine rule, or sine rule. To use a cosine rule, we need at least 2 sides. Okay. We need 2 sides. And 1 angle. That, for example, if we know this side, we know this side, with this angle we can use it. But if we don't know any side, we can't do even a cosine rule and a sine rule. We need at least 2 sides and 1 angle. Or we need all the sides to do cosine rule. So now in this case, what we'll do, as we have only 1 side that is given, look at the RS. RS share the 2 triangles, the triangle QSR and the triangle RST. So they share this part, okay? So this side to the angle is opposite, and this side is hypotenuse if we look at the angle. Meaning that what you'll do, you have to use this side to find RS in order to do the sine rule here. So what we're gonna do, remember, if we have an opposite side, we use the ratio sine. So sine x will be equal to opposite which is RS divided by hypotenuse, which is 2 meters. Therefore, RS is equal to, if we cross multiply, is equal to 2 sine x. So if we get to 2 sine x, we'll put 2 sine x over here. 2 sine x. So RS is 2 sine. So now they say we must find this side, okay, to prove that this is 1 meter. So now we can use what we call a sine rule, because sine rule will be RT, the distance RT, divided by sine opposite here. The angle is what? 90 plus x, equal to the side that is known here. RS is 2 sine x over what? Opposite angle to the side, it is sine 2x. So let's cross multiply. If we cross multiply, RT will be equal to 2 sine x multiplied by cos x. Why? Because sine 90 degrees change to cos. Okay, that is why I put cot there. Okay, for you to understand, let me do this. We have 2 sine x multiply by sine 90 degree plus x, all over sine 2x will be 2 sine x cos x. Remember, sine of a double angle we can have like this, okay? Sine of a 2x is 2 sine x cos x. So we cancel. Sine divided by sine is gone. So RT, second quadrant, the sine is still positive. So we change this to cos x divided by cos x. So the answer RT equal to 1 meter. So we are done. So we got it. All right. Now, as we have here it's 1 meter, now let's go to question B. Question B, it's very simple, because remember the sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So if we have 90 plus x, so angle SRT will be equal to 180 minus 90 plus x minus 2x. So this will give us 90 minus 3x, okay? Because negative and negative, we get that. Now, C, question C. They say we have to prove that the distance ST is equal to 2 cos 2x minus 1. So here we know that this is 90 minus 3x, okay? So now, as we know this side, okay, we know RS, we know RT. So what we'll do here now, we have to think which rule we can use here, okay? We can also use what we call cosine rule, but I will prefer to use sine rule, okay? Now let's use sine rule. We're gonna take this side ST, as we are looking for ST. We say st over sine of the angle which is the opposite to st, 90 minus 3x. And then we have RT, which is 1 over sine 90 plus x. Now, st will be equal to 1 multiplied by sine 90. Now, remember, sine 90, when you cross multiply here, sine 90 change to cos. So we'll have here cos 3x, okay? All divided by sine 90 plus x will be also cos, because sine over 90 change to cos, and the cos over 90 change to sine, because they are co-function, cofactors. Now, what we can do, remember, we need this, so we have to break the cos 3x by 2x plus x, all divided by cos x, okay? Now remember, if we take this is the alpha, this is beta, go back to the formula of identity. You can pause the video, check the formula of cos alpha plus beta. You will see that we'll have a cos alpha, which is a 2x, multiplied by cos beta, which is x. Then we'll have a minus sine 2x multiplied by sine x, all over cos x. So st, what will happen here, we keep this cos 2x, cos x, we change double x to 2 sine x cos x, double angle, remember in the previous question, double angle over sine, then we have a sine x, all over cos x. Then we have a st. What is the common factor here? Common factor is cos x. Alright? Then we'll have the remaining here will be cos 2x. And then what will happen here? 2 minus 2 sine x multiplied by sine x will be minus 2 sine squared x, all over divided by cos. So if I cancel these two, it's gone. What will remain? Let me remove this. Let me remove this line. Alright, I remove this. So what will happen here will remain with st equal to cos 2x minus 2 sine squared x. Now, we need a double angle, okay? Remember a formula of a cos of a double angle. If you remember, cos of a 2x is equal to 1 minus 2 sine squared x. So in the formula we use alpha, so same thing. So what we do here, we have a cos 2x. When I transpose 1 here will be minus 1 equal to minus 2 sine squared x. Now look at the minus 2 sine squared x is this one, can you see? So we replace it by this. So we have st equal to cos 2x plus, because we take negative here, cos 2x minus 1. So st equal to 2 cos 2x minus 1. So we are done this question. We prove it. Now let's move to next question. Let me just try to pause, but we'll come back now to do the... All right, now we have a question. Another problem here. We have an aeroplane. Remember, an aeroplane is always parallel to the ground, okay? Two lines are parallel, and the angle from that will form the vertical angle and the ground will be from the plane or from the helicopter to the ground, it 90 degrees. Okay, so since this angle is 90 degrees, so these two are parallel, the direction of the plane. This is the direction of the helicopter. So 90 degrees, this angle also should be 90 degrees. So if this is 30 degrees, this remaining angle here will be 60 degrees. So now the question says, what is the distance AB from the point A, B to from the point B to the helicopter, but the distance must be in terms of h. H is the distance AD. So when you look at AD, with this angle, AD is the adjust the angle with the hypotenuse, which is AB. Therefore, we are going to use a cos because it's adjacent. So cos of a 60 degree equal to H over AB. That is just hypotenuse. So we have H, we'll have AB. If we cross multiply, we'll have H over cos 60 degree. And the cos of a 60 degree is equal to 1 over 2. So AB is equal to 2H. Can you see that? Is equal to 2H. Now, the next question says, we need to show that BC is equal to H square root of a 25 minus 24 cos squared x. So now we have AB, which is 2H. We put it here. So now the question is, we have to find what? BC. Now look, think about the triangle now. BAC or ABC. But why I say BAC? Because I'm looking at the angle that makes the side AB and the side what? AC. And now we are looking for BC. So now BC squared will be equal to this side AB. What is AB? Is 2H, all what? Squared plus AC. What is AC? Is 3. This is we're going to use a cosine rule. Minus 2 times AB, which is 2H, times AC, which is 3H, multiply by cos of angle 2x. Therefore, we have a BC squared. 2 squared will be 4. H squared will be 4H squared. 3 squared, H squared. So we have a 4H squared plus 9H squared, which will give us a 13H squared. If we multiply here, minus 2 times 2 will be minus 2H minus 4H, multiplied by 6H will be by 3h will be minus 12h squared, and the cos 2x. So now 2x. So we're going to continue. Then we have BC squared. If we can look at this, what can we do here? I think if we want, I prefer to finish first, then to continue, then we factorize, okay? H squared minus 12 h squared. Let's change here. Remember, we have a cos squared. We change this to 2 cos squared x minus 1. Can you see? So we have a BC squared. We have a 13h squared. If we multiply here, we have a 24h squared cos squared h minus 12h times minus 1 will be plus 12h squared. So BC squared, if we add this, will give you 25h squared minus 24h squared cos squared h. I want you to continue from here. I want to see what you're going to find. Pause the video, try to continue and to get the correct answer. Thank you. All right, if you look at this question, I think you can continue. I can continue now. So BC squared, if you look at the common factor here, will be h squared, okay? So what will remain here is 25 minus 24 cos squared x, okay? Now let me remove all this. Now, BC, because we are looking for BC, so you squared both sides. So here will be BC, and this side will be square root of h squared, 25 minus 24 cos squared x. The square root of h squared will be h, so we have 25 minus 24 cos squared x. You can see our answer that is correct. Thank you.